Hello, hello, hello. How are you all? Hopefully you're all doing well. So, we're doing another little recording here. So, let's see. Start with this one here, called Fish Slayer. That's what this is about. I hope that's going to be the case.
No-san.
Fro just seems to say pretty much the same thing over and over again most of the time.
よし。どこ行くかな。よし、ここだ。
Okay. Oh, but unfortunately, it was a really quiet night on stream with playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. And it's kind of sad. It's like, I wish more people would show up to streams in general, but it's okay.
のさん。燃えてきた。何？ 行くぞ。おしゃかな。燃えてきた。敵か。すぐに片付ける。ギヒー。さて英竜の惨劇白竜の鉄拳ギヒー鉄竜拳楽勝だなギヒー
It's like they're all merged together. Looks kind of weird. But, there's one thing I do not like about having your groceries delivered is when they bust a product you ordered and then just basically skip off. They didn't knock at my door or anything when they delivered the groceries. They didn't. I still have yet to be notified that they even delivered it. They did. But when I went out, there was a busted can. Because I got a couple cans of this new Mountain Dew variety that they brought out, and one of the cans was busted open, which really kind of pissed me off. they didn't take care of loading or unloading 1 point groceries.
白龍の鉄拳
So I docked the tip on it. It's bad service.
逃げるなら今のうちだぜ
I get that you're doing the job pretty much entirely on tips, but still. If you're going to do a job, do it right. You can't just, you're not entitled to a tip. You're entitled to wages from your employer.
カリュウの鉄拳
But a tip is entirely based off of quality of work.
英竜の惨撃白龍の鉄拳ギヒ鉄竜拳シェーよし
It's also like when I go and order food from a restaurant and go pick it up, I don't leave a tip then. And here's why. Because the tip was always supposed to be for waiter or waitress. It's for their service, their customer service skills. But when you don't have a need for a waiter or waitress, then there's no need to tip.
なんというパルファム
And because basically all they're doing is handing you a bag of food. Meaning it's basically, at that point, you're dealing with basically a secretary, meaning your employer should be paying you a full rate.
そうですねはいクロム様
Now, I'm all for forcing employers to not force people to live off tips, because living off tips is not the way to go. Now, granted, back in college, I had a friend who his entire livelihood was just working 3 days a week off of tips. And not even full tips. He only got half tips, or like a portion of the tips, because he was just a busser. But he'd generally walk away with $300 or $400 a night. Just from his portion of the tips for being a busser.
あうん
So I mean, honestly, to some degree, on some nights and such, working off tips in some areas, you'd actually make more than
どこに行こうか
on
ここ
a
に
regular wage. That's the other thing. It's like, if you raise someone up to regular wage, would it still be morally correct to pay them a tip? Because on the flip side of that, what's going to happen is if you start paying them a full wage, prices of things are going to go up too.
やれやれお出ましか
And that's one of the things that people very rarely realize is going to happen whenever they go about trying to have minimum wage raised. Is, yeah, you can raise the minimum wage. Unfortunately, employers are going to protect their profit margins, and they're going to raise prices so as they can maintain the same profit margin.
Yes!
やられる覚悟はできてんだろうな。アイスメイクハン
And well, if you raise prices on
俺たちを
goods and services, it means less people are less likely to use them. At which point,
Yes!
it's this weird
知
cycle.
られたいものからかかってこい。
アイスメイクハ
どうしたよこんなもんか
Yes!
And there's really no good answer to any of it.
ン鉄流拳楽勝だなギヒ
よし。
I mean, I wish there was a good answer to it, but
帰ってきた。
really there isn't.
さすがね調子いいじゃない
どうかな。うん。そうか。そうか。そうだな。あ。
So it's like the Emperor's Clothes story.
Lucy! Hey.
ほう。
え
うん。
Interesting. Granted, I'm stacking the deck with these other characters, but
よし。
どこ行こうかなここにしましょう気をつけていきましょうはあ
少しは手応えがありそうだ。行くぞ。うがい。太陽の剣。
任せてタウロスフォーム行くわよアースウェーブ
ラリュウの終わりがアイスメイクアイスゲイザ
どうしたよ
there.
こんなもん
It's
か
the green round of the place. The only downside I have with this entire setup is the fact that I have to unhook and rehook things up when trying to change systems for stream or recording or what have you. Just too many different devices. Now, granted, no opinions I ever give are permanent opinions. They may change on any given daily basis. Just our morals and our ethics and morals change constantly based upon new stimuli, new information, new ways of thinking. So, I mean, any opinion you ever hear me say may not be an opinion I have had previously, nor may it be an opinion I have in the future. Never fully judge someone based on something they said in the past. Now, if that behavior continues, even to this day, and it's more a pattern of behavior, that's another story.
すまなかったうん あ
頑張ってるみたいだな
Okay. We'll call that an end to this recording. We'll be doing more because there's still plenty of stuff for us to do. I just got other stuff I need to do. Because let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. And a whole bunch up here. Well, those I'll do off stream. But one, we had 6 over on the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 up there, so several more recordings, and then I gotta figure out how to pick what we'll be doing recordings in and such after this. But till next time, have a wonderful rest of your days.